Hey YouTube, Ralf's Automotive. Do a quick little video here. This ain't about a vehicle per se. It's about the vacuum coolant filling tools. I've had this for quite some time. Well, not this one here. This is actually my third one, I believe. Second or third one, can't remember exactly. This is AirLift, I think. I'm gonna go ahead and make a statement. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody knows better, but I think these people here, they're the original, because I think my first one I bought probably 16 years ago, something in that, along those lines. But these people here, I think, like I said, are the original. And I'll talk about the vacuum filling here a little bit. I guess there's a little bit of controversy on what's proper and what's not. You know, there's a video that a fellow YouTuber just posted about the usage of these things here. You know, and he firmly believes that we need to purge the line, which is probably valid. I don't have a problem with it, but I don't agree altogether. I think that most of the air that's going to get pulled in is going to end up in the rad itself, radiator. I said rad for short, but anyway, I really feel that most of your air that remains is going to be in here. The only thing that I do different, the original fitting, this is basically air powered, and what I mean by that, you hook a compressed air, you hook it up, and you clip on the quick connect, you clip this in and you blast air through an orifice, and in turn that's supposed to pull vacuum on the system. Well, as you've probably seen, those of you that watch my videos and that see my YouTube channel, I'm not going to get it out right now. You've seen me use the fluid extractor, and what I use, guys, is I use a Harbor Freight vacuum pump. You know, one of the ones that you normally would use for air conditioning. And what I got here is I got about 50 feet of this hose, and I got a regular old air fitting on the bottom of it. And what I do is I clip this air fitting onto the air fitting here. I'll basically connect the female to the male, what I was trying to say, and then go ahead and start my vacuum pump. That pulls, in my opinion, that does pull a lot deeper vacuum than what the air tool does. You know, that air jet, if you're using it. So this is my setup. I'm gonna get that prepped, and then I'm gonna show you the vacuum on it in just a second. Okay, what was I doing? Oh, I was going to pinch that line off. I got sidetracked. Can't talk. The mailman just came, and I got a couple of packages. One of them being a dashboard or a gauge cluster, not a dashboard, gauge cluster, and the other one, well, the other one is a Bosch scan tool. I've been kind of waiting for it, been excited to get it, see what it does. Non-sponsored, of course. I buy everything with my own money, so nothing sponsored there. So a little bit excited about it, see what it can do. As a matter of fact, we're going to use it over here on the Odyssey and see what kind of function we got. But anyway, so I got the hose pinched off. I think it's the right one. No, apparently not. Apparently I still got the wrong hose here or something. Okay, to be continued, I suppose. I'm gonna have to check and make sure that I didn't leave a hose off underneath, that is, or not the hose but the fitting. That would be important to close that. So naturally out of battery again, so I'm gonna use the phone. I'm gonna go ahead and finish it up with the phone. It doesn't matter. Anyway, as you can see, here's my setup on the vacuum pump. It's just one of them Harbor Freight vacuum pumps, and like I said, you see the hose there, and this is basically a complete vacuum. That's a real deep vacuum right there. It's not pulling anymore. And what you want to do, you know, verify your system, easy enough. Leave it sitting under vacuum. If it doesn't pull back up, odds are you don't have no leak. So, as you can see, it's sitting there real nicely. And when I open it back up, the needle doesn't move. Of course, me shaking the camera probably doesn't do so good. But anyway, you get the point, you know. As was mentioned in other videos, you know, my fellow YouTuber there, Super Mario Diagnostics, I think he's a really good tech, you know, and he did a video on it. You know, he explains it in detail and absolutely correctly. You know, a lot of vehicles now, a lot of manufacturers, they tell us you're supposed to do it vacuum anyway because it can't be done any other way. Well, I guess anything can be done, but whether you would want to or not is a different question. But anyhow, guys, I'm going to shut it off right here. The filling procedure, you know, well, no, I'll take it back. I'm going to go ahead and do the filling. We're going to, sorry about that, I'll close the valve off. I'm going to try to do that with the phone. Sorry about the shaking. So you can hear the pump run. Go ahead and shut that pump off. And what we do is we've got us a pre-mix. And before you go ape crap on me here, this is, I know it's not the Honda coolant, and there's a reason for it. This thing here has got a lot of miles on it, and the coolant was completely drained. And this here is all makes, all models. It's the Prestone coolant. So I'm going to go ahead and hook that up. I'm trying to do it one-handed here. I don't want to mess up and knock my fitting loose or whatever. But I'm going to have to set you guys down. Sorry about that. Like I said, here's a shot of the antifreeze that I mixed up. Distilled water, by the way. I guess you can use tap water, but distilled water is better. Go ahead and open your valve here. Kind of verify, make sure you don't have leaks. And make sure that you don't pull air out of the bottom. And I'm going to have to set you guys back down. I'm sorry about that. As this hose is not cooperating, I don't want to pull air in the system. That would be counterproductive there. So, it's flowing. Emptying the bucket. You know, as you see, I did not purge. I'll give you a shot at that. I'm going to have to set you back down. I still got that much, and I'm about out of the 2 gallons that I mixed up here. So I'm going to have to lay the phone back down, guys, because I'm going to have to get ready to turn this off. We don't want to pull air in the system. Okay, I had to shut her off right there. If you look at the gauge, we still got a little bit of vacuum on the system. I don't have enough antifreeze, so I'm going to have to mix up a little bit more. But I'm also sure, and we'll verify this here in a little bit, that the radiator is at least half full now. I'm certain of it, so I'm going to pause the phone for just a minute, get the other bottle down, and go again. So, all I did is actually just go ahead and suck in the rest of it. It's kind of hard to do with one hand. Like I said, I didn't want the fitting coming loose on me and ruin the progress here that we made. So I'm going to see if we can, oh, guys, look at that. I mean, it's to the rim. it wouldn't have gone anymore. Actually, the gauge went down to 0 now. So it couldn't take any more. So there it is, guys. It's full. I mean, I've had that experience, you know, drawing deep vacuum on a system like that. You know, normally it fills up the system. Of course, this is just hearsay at this point in time, so I still got to start it up. And don't worry, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to film all of it, but I'm going to start this thing up, let that thing warm up and cycle, and we'll monitor the coolant here and see if it does need any more. So here's another one of my favorites for the fluid expansion. You know, if there's any air in there. This one here is the, let's see, what is it? I think I showed it before. It's one of them spill-free funnels. I like the clear. You can see the coolant kind of coming up in there. You know, it comes with the adapters and a lid and all that good stuff. So, like I said, I kind of like the tool because this will help us. We don't have to sit there and let it run over or worry about it. This funnel right here will catch it just fine, and once that cycles, it should level out perfectly fine. No problem there. So, go again here in a minute. Okay, so I'm going to finish it up. I went around the block real quick. Of course, I got some smoke coming off of it. Made a little bit of a mess, of course, like we always do. We've got just a pinch of it coming up. That's all we've had. Thermostat cycled a couple of times. I don't think there's anything to worry about it. This thing here has got quite a few miles on it, running a little bit rough, but I mean, runs pretty strong. So, not that it matters. I'm just babbling on right now. But anyway, guys, like, subscribe. You know what to do. No, don't bother with the nasty comments because they're going to get deleted anyway. You know, there's some trolls out there. I know they just got to do their run their little mouth, and you know, we don't have no time for that. So, I'm not going to even bother reading comments that inappropriate. So, they're going to get deleted right away. So, might as well not even waste your time. Thanks for watching, guys.